guess the first step in planning a passage is choosing a destination. So let's say, for example, today we're going to go from the Port Hacking to Sydney Harbour. Once we've chosen our destination, we'll need to make a route and figure out how long it is and how long it's going to take us. So using the easy routing function, this will give us our route and our total trip distance. It's really important when you use your easy routing to zoom in and just follow that route along and make sure you're happy to drive over everything that it suggests. It is just a navigation aid and it doesn't replace good seamanship. We then divide that trip distance by our average speed, which on board per power is about 6 knots. That will give us our estimated trip time. So once we know that information, the next step is to check the weather. If you have a Predict Wind subscription, it's really handy. You can overlay that on your B&G charts, but we don't have one, so we like to just check a few different websites. We like to use the Seabreeze app for our live wind, the Bureau of Meteorology for our weather forecasting, and to back that up as an alternative, we use the Windy app. So we look at all three of them and we'll go with the worst forecast. Even with all the forecasts today, you still get caught out, so it's always good to have a backup bailout option along your route somewhere. So in this case, we'll choose Botany Bay. It's got a wide open harbour and lots of places you can hide from the wind. So it's really important to take into account the tides and currents, especially here on the New South Wales coast where we have a lot of bar crossings, and it's really important that you cross on the last few hours of the incoming tide. So we also take into account seasonal currents such as the East Australian current that runs from the Coral Sea down the east coast of Australia. This sometimes can run up to 4 knots and usually is found in the 80 to 100 metre mark. So when we're going down the coast, we'll hitch a ride with that all the way south, and when going back up, we like to hug the coast to try to avoid it. So we always like to earmark a few different anchorages just in case the conditions change. We will double check these with online reviews, looking at the charts or the satellite imagery. Ideally, when we're dropping anchor, we like to find a nice sandy spot which we can scope out with satellite imagery, and we also double check it when we arrive with the depth sounder to see if there's any hidden obstructions. Anyway, hopefully that gives you a bit of an insight how to plan a passage using your B&G gear. That's how we do it on per power, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.